Welcome to Ultimate Masters videos. The IAM Discourses Part 2. I say to you, dear ones, in the name of God, stop using these wrong expressions of your Godhead, of your divinity, for it is impossible for you to have freedom as long as you continue to do it. I cannot speak of this to you too often, that when you really recognize and accept the mighty presence of God in you, there are positively no adverse conditions. Stop. I say to you, giving power to the outer conditions, persons, places or things, and in the name of God, every time you find yourself starting to say I'm sick, I am broke, I am not feeling well, instantly reverse this fatal condition to your progress, and declare silently with all the intensity of your being, I am. Which is all health, opulence, perfection, happiness, peace, and the power to recognize perfection in yourself and everywhere else. When you think of the expression I am, it means that you know you have God in action expressing in your life. Do not let these false expressions continue to govern and limit you. Continually remind yourself, I live, move, and have my being and all outer expression in the full opulence of God, made manifest every moment. In thus reminding yourself of this invincible, unconquerable presence, you keep the door open for its pure, invincible essence and intelligence to weave into your outer expression that wondrous perfection. I plead with you, dear ones everywhere, do not continue to use these wrong expressions thinking that in some hocus-pocus way you may slide past reaping the result. It simply can it be done. Only claim that what you want to happen in your life when you mention I am. Many of you know that they use the branding iron on the western frontier as a recognition of ownership by the ranchmen. So great is my desire to have you recognize and hold fast to the active presence of God in you, that I almost long for a branding iron to brand those words, I am into your consciousness for constant use, that you could not be drawn off the recognition, acceptance, and use of that mighty, glorious presence of God, which you are. I trust that all who may hear or read these words will feel the power and the mighty conviction of this truth that goes with them, leaping into action wherever expressed. If at any time anything less than perfection attempts to make an appearance in your experience, declare vehemently that it is not true, and that you accept only God, which is perfection in your life, everywhere manifest. As long as you give way to accepting false appearances, you will have them expressed in your life and experience. It is not, dear one, a matter of belief on your part whether you accept these truths or not, but they are the law, proven through long centuries of experience, and are placed before you for your freedom. Awaken to the fact that your thought and feeling in the past have built created the inharmony of your world today. Arise, I say, arise. And walk with the Father. The I am so that you may be free from these limitations. There is only one thing in this universe that can surround you with limitation, and that is accepting the outer appearance instead of the mighty, active presence of God in you. The Western world likes to fool itself with the idea that it refuses to accept the ancient and Eastern idea of sorcery, in other words, the misuse of the spiritual powers. The worst kind of sorcery is being used in the political fields today that has ever been known in the history of mankind through the use of mental power. Wrongly qualified. If this same tremendous mental force were used in just the reverse way, to know that there is only God in action in every individual filling official places, the center of that quality or truth would not only be free himself, but the political world would be filled with freedom and justice. Then we would experience a natural world, a world of God in action, everywhere present. It is today as it was at one time in Egypt. Those who misuse the mental power are binding themselves to the rack of inharmony, embodiment after embodiment. Take the stand. I do not take on conditions from anybody or anything about me but God good, and I am always God commanded. You need to acquire the habit of stilling yourself. Sit down 3 or 4 times a day and simply still the outer self. This will let the energy you need to acquire your desires be supplied. Learn to command and control the energy in your body. If you want the energy still, be still. If you want the energy active, be active. You must stand up, face a thing, and rise above it. There is no other way. You should watch in every way for habits and break you up. You should not have to be told, but must look within yourself and uproot whatever is not perfect. This brings a freedom not possible in any other way. The holding on of old habits is just like wearing old, worn-out garments. It is not possible for anyone to do it but himself or herself.